Hey guys, Dr. Kyle Loveless here with Queen City Health Center and the Wellness Way. Hey, my wife and I, Dr. Holly, have two clinics in the Charlotte area, one in Matthews and one in South Park. And hey, the video today is going to be focusing on a very, very hot topic right now, which is masks. And not whether or not you should wear them or not wear them or how effective they are, any of that kind of stuff, but just the fact that if you are wearing a mask, what you need to make sure you're doing to keep yourself healthy. And because when we cover up our mouths, we're going to have less income of oxygen, and even worse, we're going to be rebreathing a lot of our CO2, and that can cause a lot of health impacts on your health, negative impacts, I would say, on your health. And so knowing what you can do to prevent those negative impacts is very, very important. Recently, I've had a lot of patients coming in, and one I can think of individually whose migraines were completely gone, no longer having any issues with migraines, and now she's having migraines again because she's wearing a mask all day long. Or patients who are getting dizzy. I've actually read stories of people who have had to go to the hospital from hypoxic issues. Hey, if you're someone that has anemia, you really need to listen to what I'm about to tell you, because this is a very important thing that could actually have a negative impact on your health long term. Okay, oxygen is essential for our health, and too much CO2 is a toxic thing to our bodies. So if you're constantly breathing, not getting enough oxygen in and breathing too much CO2 in as well, you're going to be very unhealthy. You're going to feel weak, you're going to feel tired, you're going to maybe get headaches, you're going to get things like, start getting things like anemia and other issues, and you don't want to do that. So here's what I want to teach you today. Hey, if you're someone that's wearing a mask, make sure you're getting outside and deep breathing. Okay, I mentioned this in the video I did last week, but let's try something called 4-7-8 breathing. And I'm talking about take the mask off, get somewhere where you can actually breathe. I guess if you're inside, obviously that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about get outside, get in the trees, get a lot of oxygen around you, and take a 4-second breathing in, hold it for 7 seconds, and then breathe out again for 8. It's called 4-7-8 breathing. Not only does that get enough oxygen into your body, it also allows your body to calm itself. It calms you down. And I want you to walk around, maybe even take your shoes off, walk barefooted, get some grounding going, and just really focus on getting enough oxygen in, but also getting CO2 out. If you're exercising, make sure you're taking the mask off. That's a sure way to make sure you're really getting sick by not having enough oxygen and too much CO2. Okay, so that's really the main thing, but knowing that it is a big deal. If you're someone that's worried about a virus outside, I'll tell you right now, you don't need to be worried about a virus outside. Number one, the heat is going to have a big impact on that. Number two, there's always viruses outside, right? You couldn't go outside if that was the case. So as you guys can tell, I'm working really hard to be positive on this one, not tell you what to do or not to do in terms of wearing a mask, or if they're good for you or bad, or if they're helping you with a virus or not. But I'll tell you this, that it will have a negative impact on your health if you're wearing it all the time. So make sure you're getting outside. I'm not talking about go home and take it off and sit inside. Get outside. If you're driving with a mask, take the mask off, lower your windows, get some oxygen in. It's an essential part of your health. This is a big deal. Okay, and I've seen sick people, people coming in more and more sick than we've ever had before in terms of headaches, in terms of dizziness, in terms of fatigue, people that are fainting. And so even if you don't feel the symptoms from it, I highly recommend get outside and deep breathe. Cool? All right, that's my quick tip for you guys to shift your thinking so you can shift your health, and do everything you can to make sure you're actually getting oxygen. It's the key to life. All right, you have an awesome day.